Hey, 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 hey. We are here. Uh-oh. I got a phone call to take, though. Hold on. Oh, all right, all right, all right. So hopefully you guys can hear me now. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Chad Rich, you can be the first call in if you want. Just give me a second because I'm going to try something different. I don't know how this will work. But we're going to try plugging this. Oh, no, that won't work. All right, so that's not going to work. I had a great idea, but it doesn't work. So we're just going to have to use the speaker. Y'all should have audio now, right? Yeah. Yeah. That was on purpose, guys. That was intentional. Right as I hit the live button, the wife called me with the baby and wanted me to say goodnight. So I muted it really quick so that I could do that without you guys being a part of it. But I don't have my setup exactly right tonight, but it's good enough for Chad. Yeah, Chad, you can call me on anything. So Chad Rich, you can call me on whatever number, man. It don't matter with you. What's going on, John? David's here. Kelly, Debbie, a lot of people here. So what's going on, Mr. Chad Rich?
Oh, sitting over here in Winslow, Arizona. What are you doing?
So I decided to do this little call-in show tonight for about an hour because it is Walking Dead night. It is tonight is Walking Dead premiere.
Oh, we gotta watch that. I mean, that's primary stuff right there. That weird shit.
Yeah, correct. So how's it going for you and your student out there?
It's going all right. We gotta run over to San Diego. Be over on Tuesday morning, and so we got plenty of time to get there. We're only 500 mile away right now. And, you know, you get down there on 17, and there's really nothing down there. There's a pilot down there, but it's got 4 parking spots.
Correct. Correct.
So that's what we just figured. You know, that big parking lot's got that McDonald's in it.
Yeah, over there in Winslow.
Yeah, over at Winslow. So we just stopped here for the until about 1, 2 o'clock my time.
Correct. Correct. So it looks like Christy has made it to Pittston. She's at the hotel getting ready to start orientation tomorrow.
Everybody's getting ready to rock and roll.
Everybody's getting ready to rock and roll. Everybody's getting ready to rock and roll.
What's them flags behind you there? What's that mean?
That's for the game I play. So the
I know that's for the game you play, but
The blue one is the Alliance banner. It's their flag, and then the red one, of course, is the Horde. That is their flag. So I've got them out. I've got them tucked up. As you can see, I do have my bed folded halfway up now. My student came back today. We worked on the pad for a bit, and then he's gonna stay at the hotel. So he got his stuff and went to the hotel for the night. So I was able to get the truck rearranged a little bit. Yeah, I got truck to myself. He's got his own privacy too, so it worked out. So Paul's over in Springfield. So when are you testing? When are you testing your student?
I think we're gonna run down here to San Diego and then try to get a local back to Springfield from San Diego. Just
Okay.
out there.
All right. Do you have any knowledge nuggets to share with the people tonight? 25 years on the road. What do you got for us?
Well, I've been getting a lot of hate mail lately. I don't know, man. I may not have that for you. I got one today told me I was disrespectful to wear sunglasses during a video. I said, of all things you can say about me, you're gonna tell me it's disrespectful to wear sunglasses during a video. Holy crap!
Yeah, that's interesting.
Let's see what I can tell you here. No, well, I mean, it's coming up on winter time, man. So just make sure that you got the proper stuff in your truck that you need. And what I do is I always get a little, like a milk crate or something like that, and I put some canned foods in there that you can eat. You know, so if you get stranded somewhere, make sure you have extra blankets and some food and water and stuff like that, because I mean, you never know when you're going to get stranded somewhere.
Correct, and I've been stranded on the interstate for 2 days before.
No,
Literally in the travel lane, stopped for 2 days.
I got stuck on Snoqualmie Mountain up there in Washington State, man, right in the middle of the interstate, and you know, you get stuck up there with all that snow. You just hope that Jesus comes to get you, because there ain't nobody else coming to get you up there. That's for sure.
Correct. You can just hope, right?
Anyway, man, listen, I'll let you do your live deal. I'm fixing to go to bed here in just a second.
Okay.
And get up at my time of the day.
All right, man. That sounds good.
Everybody have a good night. And I saw John post on there earlier about them Buckeyes. I was trying to ignore that comment, but just he needs to understand the Boomer Sooners the way to go. So everybody have a good night. We'll talk to you guys later.
Boomer Sooners the way to go. Have a good one, bud.
See you, bub.
So let me send myself a message really quick so I can get this number. And let's see who we can get on there. Who's interested in calling in tonight? If you're interested in calling in tonight, you need to hit me up on Instagram, Crazybags357, and I can get you the information that you need. 35-pound kilo, $350 right now. That's a heck of a deal. It's a heck of a deal. Let's see. I guess they figured it out. Okay. Dad sent me a message originally. How you doing, Kelly? How are you? Yeah, Dads, I see that. Let's get Dad's phone number here. He's probably still sitting around down there. Let me just double check it. There you go, Dads. It's because it's clean, man. It's clean. I got this sticking up in the back because I didn't comb it all, get it all pushed down right, but I don't care. And I have my sunglasses up there after I took a shower. So I just sent Dad's a phone number. Oh, yeah, that's always fun. That's always fun, Kelly. Yeah, Christy, you'll be very happy when this week is over. I can promise you that. It has gotten a lot easier since you already come with your permit now to orientation, so that will help you out a lot. Like a lot. So my student came back today. We worked on the pad. He decided he wanted to stay in the hotel, so he got his stuff. He's in the hotel. He's we were originally going to test tomorrow, but now we're going to test on Tuesday. He just wanted another day to feel a little more ready, more confident in being ready. So now we're going to test on Tuesday. And so that's kind of what we're doing. So now we would test on Tuesday. Here we go. This is a Michigan call. This has got to be Dad's. Let me get it on the speaker. What's going on, Dads? You there?
How's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
Oh, well, I'm still sitting in Springfield for the moment.
So, but now he's in Springfield, but he is not with Prime. Just so everybody knows.
Yeah, I'm with Trans Am. I've been sitting at this Flying J for 4 days now.
Yeah, 4 days sitting at a Flying J waiting on a load.
Under a load.
Or under a load, waiting to deliver a load. He's just been waiting to deliver.
It was originally this load was supposed to drop off Friday morning. But when I went to pick it up on Thursday afternoon, the shipper ConAgra up in Macon, Missouri, they lost my paperwork.
That's always wonderful.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful. So they delayed me by like 9 hours until they found the paperwork, and then they had to reschedule the drop down in Russellville, Arkansas. And the place down in Russellville, they're so booked up, they said they couldn't take the load till Tuesday now.
Wow. Now it's Tuesday. Now are they paying you detention?
They pay some kind of, I don't even know what it is. I don't know what they pay. It's next to nothing.
So it's not enough.
Hell no. But here's the deal. So check this out. I've been here like 43 hours now at the Flying J. And I've just come to accept it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I go take me a shower tonight. I come back to the truck. I'm not back in the truck 2 minutes, and they want me to jump right up and go catch a relay over in Joplin. Which is fine. I'll go grab that relay from the guy in Joplin, and he can take this load on Tuesday morning. That's fine. But they want me to take the load up to St. Louis and catch another relay in St. Louis and run that. And by the time I get up there and catch that guy with the relay at 8 a.m., well, my 14-hour clock will be damn near expired, and they want me to run it 300 miles with an expired clock, apparently.
Very interesting.
Very interesting, but supposedly they're working it all out. I got another message that says it doesn't have to actually deliver until Tuesday morning, so that gives me enough time to pick it up from that guy. I can shut down there when I pick it up in St. Louis, and then run it in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with that is they keep sending me bits and pieces of information, like across my Garmin. They're not sending me total load information. So, like, I don't want to commit to it because it's not all the information's not there.
How's it going for you over there?
How's it sound like it's going?
Doesn't sound very good.
Oh, man, it's horrible, man. It's been horrible.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's working out for you very well. Now you just came back into the industry, correct? Well, how long you been back? Like a month?
That's right. Like almost exactly. I've been in this truck. It'll be 4 weeks on Tuesday.
So 4 weeks on Tuesday.
Yep.
Is there anything that you wish you'd done different as far as like your training and all that? I mean, is it been okay?
Well, there was no real training. You know what I mean? Like I was here before, and I rode for a week with a trainer, and we didn't get along. And I had some family emergency stuff came up at home, and I basically everything just added up, and I went home.
Correct.
I took care of the family emergency. We ended up having to move my wife's mother into our home because she had a stroke. So we moved her into the house with us so my wife could take care of her. And then, anyways, I decided to come back. And they accepted me back and everything, no big deal. Well, when I got back, there was a new training program.
Correct.
Where there is no training, they just throw you in a truck and say good luck. And I mean, for the most part, it's going fairly well. I mean, as far as my driving and
and stuff like that. Like I've been through the mountains of Pennsylvania going down 70. That
Yep.
was interesting. And I've been through some interesting stuff. It's been all right. But, I mean, overall, am I real happy right now? I'd have to say no.
That happens, especially where you're at. So, like I said, Dad's is not with Prime, guys. He is not with Prime. He's with another company. And obviously, it hasn't been going too well.
No, I mean, I'm almost at the end of my rope, man, to be honest with you. And it's rough.
Yeah, and it can be. And it can be that it can get like that anywhere. You know what I mean?
Right. And a lot of what's happened, to be honest, and to keep it fair, a lot of what has happened isn't Trans Am's fault. You know, it's receivers and shippers and stuff like that. So, I mean, I get it. You know, it's not their fault. But at the same time, like, I've been sitting here for 4 days, and then all of a sudden, like, they just want you to jump right now. Like, if they would have called me yesterday with that bullshit, sorry about the language, Bags, I know you don't like it, but, if they would have called me yesterday, like, I wasn't even in my truck. I took an Uber over to Bass Pro Shops and had dinner and stuff, you know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah, if they'd have called you yesterday, you could have went ahead and went out there and got it taken care of.
Right, exactly. You know, and then they tell me that, they had to get with the guy on the night planner, and he had to call the day planner because he's the one that set up. Well, the day planner was
Stefan.
How come I wasn't given information any sooner?
Hey, Stefan, hang loose for a minute, buddy. Hang loose for a minute, Stefan. I want to have a chat with you. Yeah, I agree with you. Man. All right. I'm gonna move on to the next one.
All right,
Hey, good luck getting that taken care of.
you know it.
All right, man. See ya. Hey, Stefan, give me a buzz. Call me. We're gonna get Stefan on here. Now, Stefan was my 2 students ago. And so he's been solo now for it's been a while. Like shoot. Here we go. What's going on, man?
What's going on?
All right, so you've been solo what for about 5 months now? 4 months?
Since April 17th. Actually, a week before that.
Correct, Warp. This would be Stefan, the chain-up instructor. So, I have a question for you since I'm doing a live tonight. What do you wish you would have spent more time with in training to help you when you went solo?
Well, I mean, I would say the solo hours of service, but difficult in teaming.
So the hours of service, as far as like how to manage your logbook, as far as the trip planning and all that goes.
Yeah, just the trip planning and having to know how to figure out the trips with your solo hours of service.
Okay, that's a good one. I'll actually, yes, that does actually make a lot of sense to me, and I'm going to make a note of that, because I can concentrate on that with PSD. Obviously it's hard during TNT.
Yeah.
Because you're teaming, and a lot of times, you remember, a lot of times we would just swap drivers.
Yeah, that's all we did.
Yeah.
I mean, we would go through our, we would plan the trip, but we really didn't have to worry about, parking at night or at the end of our drive shift because we would just swap seats. We would just basically swap on the fuel island, and if it was in the middle of the night or early morning, where we didn't have to worry about that stuff.
Correct. Okay, I was really curious about that, because everybody's different, and so it's good to find out, or to hear from people what maybe something that they would like to concentrate on a little bit more. Like my brother is very much like you. He was the same thing. He was like managing my logbook. Managing my logbook was pretty important to him. I can turn this up, guys. Hold on a minute. I don't have it up very high right now, so I can turn it up. I'll speak a little bit lower. So yeah, my brother was saying, managing his logbook, and for him trip planning.
Yeah,
but
it is tough. I mean, it also it's more difficult, especially in the Northeast, to trip plan in the Northeast, because it's just traffic. It sucks up more time. And like I mentioned to you before about how, like, fuel in-network fuel stops and in-network washouts are just few and far between. You got to go way out of your route to do it, so that takes up a lot more of your time. So, for example, hear me?
Yeah, oh yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Okay. But like, just for example, they give you a load assignment, and it says, oh, you're like 25 miles from your 01. And, well, you got to get a washout, which is 40 miles out of the way, out of the opposite direction, and the fuel stop's on the opposite direction. So, that's tough to deal with sometimes.
Correct. So, I mean, and that all comes into play.
Yeah, it takes a lot of getting used to doing that. And, I try to stay away from the Northeast, but I guess sometimes preventing the inevitable. So.
Correct. I mean, sometimes you get that load and you need it, and you see that dollar amount and you just take it and you run with it.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what happens. Let's be honest. I had to come up to Pittston, and they sent me that load to New York, and I was all over it.
Yeah. For the Philadelphia load, for example. I mean, I've done that load twice, and the first time I got it, I went straight to Pittston afterwards. I was like, I didn't want to deal with getting a load in that area.
Correct.
I just kind of left and went to Pittston, and fleet manager's wondering where I was going, so I was like, oh, going to Pittston. So I got something out of there. It was easier. So.
And it was, it's funny because Chad Rich did the same thing last weekend.
Yeah.
He did the exact same thing. He did last weekend or weekend before.
And then, so then the second time I was in Philly, I dropped it late. The low was like, it would have been 3 days late. They wouldn't take it Friday night. I had to wait till Monday. And then, so I dropped it at the drop yard up the street, and that place didn't have any empty trailers. They wanted me to go to Newark to go hunt for a trailer. I was like, you're out of your mind. I'm just going to go to Pittston. So I try to stay away from
the
that
Northeast
area. Especially as a new driver. As a rookie driver, I would learn the ropes in the Midwest and Southeast area.
Correct. All right, bud. I just wanted to touch base with you. I wanted to ask you that question on the air because that's a question I get a lot from people. And so it's always good to kind of ask a former student, especially mine. You know what I mean? It gives me a little feedback too on maybe something to work with in the future. And like I said, now I can work. I'll pay more attention to working with the PSDs on their logs.
Yeah. I mean, other than that was basically the number one thing. Is just trying to figure out the solo hours of service. It really can't learn that.
Okay.
So that's just kind of up to you, I guess. Just kind of learning the ropes, the working out the kinks by yourself, kind of thing.
Correct. Yeah, because it is a lot of learn on the go if you don't, unfortunately, because the team driving and the TNT handicaps the learning ability.
Yeah.
I've always said that. I've never quite understood it, but we're low on the totem pole. We don't really count.
All right, man.
All right.
I'll let you get to the next call.
All right, man. Be safe out there.
Yeah, you too, man.
See you,
Talk
man.
to you later.
All right. Hey, Bobby. The answer to the question is no. Prime is not hiring out of Florida at all. If you have a Florida address, Prime is not hiring out of the state of Florida. They haven't been now for approximately 3 or 4 months, and I don't think they're going to be anytime soon. Sorry, guys. I'm just checking to see. Okay. No other requests. Yes, Prime has a... Ian, you are correct. My trainer has a ponytail down to his butt and... Wow, Bones. Really? All right, guys, if you have a question you want to call in, tonight is the night to do it. All you have to do is message me on Instagram, and I will get you the phone number. The reason I'm not doing the phone number out over the air is we don't want the lines tied up with a bunch of trolls, right? So we'll definitely do it this way because it's a better way to do it. And I'm not getting any requests, so I guess no one really wants to call in. That's cool, too, though. We don't have to. We don't have to, that's for sure. Oh, thanks, Skolator. Yeah, I love this microphone. And now that I figured out how to do it. Well, Bobby, you might be okay then if you use the Ohio address. You might be okay. However, I would tell you they will hold out Ohio taxes. What's going on, Bobby G? Bobby's in the house. Bobby's a Florida driver, and he left Prime a few months back, and he's looking to come back the minute they open up hiring as well. John, come on, John. So John doesn't have it. Let me see. I can't believe. So John doesn't have it. So let's see. We got one calling in. We're gonna have one that's gonna call in here. Let me get this number out. All right. I just sent the number. So this may take just a moment. Yeah, no pressure. No pressure, John. No nothing. John, you could get my number through David. But that's the wrong number, so I'm not gonna say yes to that. So we'll have to do it a different way. You can email me. Hey John, email me. Email my crazybags357@gmail.com, buddy. There you go. Oh, yeah. Nice, Bobby. Nice. Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate that. Ralph just joined the Twitch channel. I do appreciate that. All right, guys, please remember tonight is Walking Dead night. So I do have it set to record, so if things go well, we can let this run over. It's not a big deal. Here we go. Miss Christie, how are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. So you are here in Pittston. You are here to start your training, correct?
That is correct.
Are you excited?
I am nervous as hell, but yes, I am very excited.
Nervous as hell, huh? It's going to be okay. I want to apologize in advance for the accommodations they provide in Pittston because they suck. They know it. But make sure you remind them of it, because the more people that remind them of it, the quicker they're going to change those accommodations for the future.
Oh, that's very good to know.
Yeah, because
Yeah, they're kind of, the accommodations are a little,
yeah, they're a little I gotta be careful what I say, but it is. I would just about bet it's not the type of hotel you would stay in on a regular or normal basis. I think that would be fair. I think that would be fair to say.
My roommate also watches you on YouTube.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Well, I will be around all this week in Pittston. I met all last week's class and the week before. So I assume I will probably meet all this week's class because I've been in and out of here so much recently. Tomorrow
well, that'll be awesome to meet you.
Yeah, I'll be on the training pad tomorrow, but then I will be in and out of the building a good part of tomorrow and on Tuesday when we test. So at some point you will probably see me floating around the building.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hey Tom, it's it's down in Wilkesboro, Tom.
I had an actual question and I forgot.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Tom, it's down in Wilkesboro by the it's the Quality Inn down there by the Marriott. Someone's asking where the hotel is who lives here.
Oh, it was about the training.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I spoke with somebody on the way in, and they said that they're still working on a bunch of people getting trainers from last week.
Yep. So
does that mean that we're going to be here for like ever?
No, you won't be here forever. So trainers have been coming in all weekend. For those in my chat that have been around Prime and know who Oren is, they sent Oren up here to the rescue. So Oren grabbed 2 students today. He will work with them, probably test them out by Wednesday or Thursday. Grab 2 more, and he will continue that cycle until they get caught up here.
Oh, okay.
Is what he'll do. But they've got other trainers coming in as well. So
good.
Yeah, they have other trainers coming in as well to pick students up. I would say last week's class will probably be completely out of here by no later than Tuesday. And then they will start shipping in trainers to pick up this week's class that's just starting.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Correct, yeah. Yeah, right now the wait for a trainer usually isn't too bad. So yeah, Stuber. Yeah, same Oren, Stuber. Oren got up here today. Yeah, they sent Oren up here, Now Stuber had Oren as a trainer. So Stuber knows what I mean when I say they sent him to the rescue, because Oren don't mess around. Oren will get him done and get him out the door and get 2 more done. So he's. Is
that the one that you were talking about? Was saying that if you ask him a question, he says it's.
That's right. That's right.
Not cracked, better broken.
Yeah. If you ask Mr. Oren what his favorite football team is, he's going to tell you properly secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. You don't need to worry about my football team. That's what you need to worry about is that pre-trip. That's what he's going to tell you. He does not conversate. He is not a conversator with students. So the funny story is, Stuber was on the backing pad with Oren, and he was teaching him on the backing pad, and me and Chad Rich both had students on other backing pads. So all 3 of us were out there together, and Stuber said, "Hey, that's Crazybags and Chad Rich. I'd like to go say hi to him." And Oren said, "They're going to help you pass your effing test?" "I didn't think so. Get your ass back in the truck and back up." So that's kind of Oren's. Yes, that's kind of Oren's way. Correct. Once you pass the test, he's a different person. He changes. So if you get him, just expect to be buckled down and pushed on until you pass, and after that he kind of relaxes. One thing nice about Oren is he trains the students here in house, sort of. So like if you get Oren as a trainer, he does 2 at a time. So you stay living in the hotel. Basically, you just move, and he takes turns. He does short loads. He'll come and get a student, take them out to out to Jersey or Philly or New York or something, deliver a load, come right back, and the next day he takes the other student out. And the student who is not out on the load is supposed to be working on pre-trip every day. So yeah, that's kind of how he does it. So that's one thing nice about Oren. But yeah, so I mean, do you have anything else for me tonight?
No, I think that's about it. And I just want to get started on. There's a lot of those CBT video things.
Yes, CBTs. There's a lot of CBTs you have to do. Yeah, the computer-based training. There is a lot. There is a lot.
So I think that is going to be my project for the evening, is watching some of those.
Yes. Yep. Take care of them, and then study that pre-trip. Get that pre-trip down.
Awesome. Well, it was great talking to you.
All right. Take care. I will run into you at some point in the next few days.
Sounds great.
All right, Christy. Thanks.
Have a good one.
All right. You too. All right. Phone line is clear. It is open. I do not see any emails yet or messages. I will double check. I do not. No, hey, Bones, it's not that. It's not that he likes having authority. He's not there to get personal with his students. So he doesn't. It's not necessarily that he's getting rude. He just wants the student to concentrate on passing the test, and that is it. That's all he wants you to do. Yes, Ron, he is. Yes, he is. Yeah, correct. Yeah, see, Stuber's right. He doesn't want his students getting around drivers who are failing out here or are miserable out here for whatever reason. Maybe they got a bad home life and they're sucking life. He just doesn't want his students to get around people like that and get a negative attitude and affect them as they're going to take their test. That's his biggest goals. That's his biggest things. So, guys, I was so sick today, and I couldn't figure out why. It's because I had no Mountain Dew. I did not drink my first Mountain Dew this evening until like 5 o'clock. Fired a couple of these big bad boys in me, 2 of them full of Diet Mountain Dew. I'm ready to take the day on. Oh yeah, Pillow, that'd be a heck of a thing. So Will did some driving. Should we do it tonight? Attention, attention. Will Johnson has entered the room and is still alive after his Colorado Mountain Pass adventure. So, yeah, Frosty, I was going through some withdrawals pretty heavily on Mountain Dew. I was. I'm going to turn the volume. There we go. I'm going to turn that volume down just a little bit to help y'all out. If anybody else is interested in calling in, let me know. We'll do questions, whatever. We're going to try not to get too much into story times because we are running a little short tonight. But yeah, Will did good. Bags, how do you make truck payment? Skeletor, I delivered a load Friday for over $3,000. And then I get $300 for having a student on board my truck. And when he tests out, I'll get a bonus based on how he does. So I think that kind of answers your question, hopefully, as to what's going on as far as how I can make any money sitting at the terminal this week. Because we ran a $3,000 load to get up here. Will, you'll be okay. Will, you just gotta have a little faith. Well, Tom, here's the thing. It's a little bit different. Here's what I learned myself with this student. The Pennsylvania pre-trips are, no, your biz, I wonder what that's about, are a little different than Springfield, Missouri. There's some stuff added in there, extra stuff you have to do. A little extra stuff you got to do. All right, let's see what we got. Hello.
It's me, Debbie.
How you doing, Miss Debbie?
Hey, I just wanted to call in. I have a very typical winter important question.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, last winter on my airline, I had one of my, and I think it's very important for new drivers, the reason I'm asking this question is I had one of my airlines when I was pulling out after I just picked up at a Walmart run.
Okay.
Picked up, getting on I-80 in Iowa, and the lines had, and I tried to get it fixed. They fixed it, but they fixed it kind of like a, what is that, duct tape stick.
Okay.
Put an anchor on there. So, when I got my new truck, about 2 months ago?
All right.
Maybe a month ago. My airlines that I have on here now, whoever had the truck before, when you hook your airlines up and it's got that little latch where it catches.
Yes. The electrical line you're talking about.
Well, there's the electrical and the red and blue airlines, but somebody cut the latch off on, and I'm trying to figure out why they did that. Maybe it's something because I'm new. They did it with reason, or do I need to go ahead and have those lines replaced before winter months? Because I don't want to do what I did last year. My airline crimped, cracked, broke, locked my trailer up on me, and it wasn't a cool thing. So, but I'm trying to figure out why because once you hook them and pull them down, it locks.
Okay.
Kinda, sorta.
You talking about when you're talking about after you've disconnected from the trailer and you're putting them back on the back of your truck?
Yep.
Okay.
And once you pull them down, it's got that little latch where it catches, where when you pull it down, it kind of, I don't want to say really locks in, because it don't. It just, you pull it down and it stops.
Okay. I don't think mine has that.
Somebody cut them off. It's your typical airline to the truck, to the trailer, but whoever had this truck before me cut that part off.
All I would say is next time you get by one of the terminals and you're going to be there for a day, just make an appointment, have them look at it. You're a company driver anyways, just have them look at it. Say, hey, I noticed this kind of looks weird. Is this something we need to get replaced?
And see, that's what I'm kind of freaked out, because last year during this time, well, it was actually January, and I was actually in Iowa and on 80, and it crimped, and it was so cold, it was like -4, and it crimped and it broke, I guess, cracked.
Yep.
My trailer locked up on me. Thank goodness, by the grace of God, that I was pulling out of my fuel stop on the road. And when it did, I had everybody. I was stopped in the middle of the road. When I pulled out, my trailer totally locked up. So people need to know they have to make sure in the winter months that everything's properly attached and not having no problems. My red airline was like,
okay, yeah. Well, like I said, I would just have them look at that and see if that's something that you need to have replaced. Hey Webb, why don't you send me a message on or Pound the Pavement, just so everybody knows who I'm talking to. Pound the Pavement, send me an IG message, man, on Instagram, Crazybags357. I think you might already have that. Yeah, unless you have my number, I think you have my number. I think you might have my number. I don't remember. I wanna get him to call in. So someone's saying get the rubber hoses, Debbie. They work a lot better. And they're saying Kelly's saying the airline hangers can't be improvised; they have to be factory. Yeah, Kelly, that's what I'm saying. She'll need to go and have one of the terminals look at it and get that taken care of.
Okay, I will. Thanks.
That's what I would definitely do if I was you. I would go and have that looked at.
All right, thanks, Meg.
All right, take care out there, Debbie.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, hopefully Pound the Pavement hits me up here really quick, because I actually want to talk to him about something I think could be beneficial to a lot of people. Something he's doing right now. And I don't know if he's going to have it or not. We'll just wait and see. See if he finds me on there. Maybe he already bailed out. Maybe he jumped in, said hi, and bailed out on us. That is a possibility. No, Will, that's all right. I mean, let me turn this down just a little bit for right now. Turn it down for just a minute. So Will went down a 10% grade in, I'm assuming, Colorado or New Mexico recently. And will you... Yeah, let me... Do I have... Web, that's a silly question. I don't know if I have your number. I think last time we just talked on YouTube, right? Didn't we just... I was just live talking Kentucky and I went to Applebee's. I just can't remember. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that. Trying to see a pound of pavement here if I've got him on here somewhere. I don't think I've got him anywhere. Probably have him on my Instagram. Wyoming did? Yeah, Wyoming can do that to you. Wyoming can do that to a man. That's for sure. Let me see if I can find him somewhere on here, guys. No, I'm not showing it anywhere. Yeah, it's Crazybags 357. So Crazybags 357. Just shoot me a message really quick, and I'll get you that number. Yeah, it was a good night. That was a fun night that night. On 70, Will? It's going to be a whole lot of uphill and a really short, steep downhill when you get to the other side. That's ultimately what it's going to be. Yeah, Stuber. Yeah, the CVTs. All right, Josh. There's plenty of room on the road for everybody. You'll be taking 70 across. All right, Debbie. Have a good night. Correct. Bobby's dead on it. Anything west of 70. You know. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate that. Good evening, David. Let me see if I can. I haven't gotten any new requests yet, so we're just kind of hanging. Oh, yep, there we go. I just got one. Just got one. Let's get him this number. Let's get Will the number here. So this is actually what this is a cell phone I got through Prime that I don't use. It's usually off, and I thought this would be a great use for it. It's good stuff. Let's see what we get. Sorry guys, I gotta catch back up here. Thanks, Ditch Doctor. Thanks for watching, man. It's always going to be windy in Wyoming. That would be a true statement. That would be a true statement. Well, lost satellite signal. Yeah, the weather's been really crappy in Pittston all day today too. And I'm using the it's a Logitech Pro HD camera. I can't remember the name of it, the number on it. I don't have the box no more. The letter C and then some numbers. Man, I can really hear that nasal stuff on certain letters. All right, Ron, have a good night. See if Webb gives us a buzz. Make sure I give him the right number. That'd be bad, wouldn't it? Yep, I did. We're good. Thank you, Pug. How you doing, bud? It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. So we're gonna start trying to do this call-in show, guys. I'm going to get this set up where I can get a device to plug into the microphone, and so the phone sound goes directly into the computer and out to you guys. And I'll have to wear headsets, but that's okay. I don't mind doing that. Barbosa, that's you don't have to do that around me. You wanna see pictures of a blowover. You know, all you got to say is, "Hey, Crazybags, remember that time when you about crapped your pants because the wind blew you over just outside Chicago area? Why don't you show us a picture of that?" And then I can just simply go over here into my gallery and let's see. Oh, never mind. Hold on. We gotta take this call first, but I got one for you. This should be Hello. What's going on, man?
What's happening, man?
How's it going?
It's going pretty smooth, man, I guess. But I still got to go ahead and probably ring my damn fleet manager's neck probably tomorrow. I'm just playing. I ain't committing violence. I'm just saying. I gotta go in there tomorrow, man. We got some stuff we gotta straighten out as far as business-wise, as far as like getting loads and, you know, trying to make as much revenue stuff that you can possibly make in a week and stuff like that. Just rookie stuff that I gotta iron out.
Stuff you got to work on?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Sometimes, you know, some of these dispatchers will think that you really don't know like a lot, so if you let them, they'll run over you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not into that, you know, whole letting, you know, run over me. I know business. I don't know everything about trucking, but I do know business.
Well, I want to talk to you about something else you seem to know a little something about. And that is, you are doing a new exercise routine, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, man. I sent you a video.
So how is that going for you out here on the road?
I love it, man. It helps me get rid of a lot of stress. All I do is, like, when I get certain loads, I'll find out where the nearest Planet Fitness is in that area, and then I'll also call ahead to that Planet Fitness and see if they let semi-trucks in there. And 9 times out of 10, they say, yeah, they do. And if they don't, like the one in Texas when I was in Plainview, it was like, yeah, just park in the back. There was a big field back there. You know what I'm saying? And plus, you know, you get showers and, you know, if you want to sit there and get a massage or something like that, you can do that too. So.
And so you're using Planet Fitness?
Yeah, Planet Fitness. They're just the most convenient right now. They got stuff in there and equipment and stuff, but they're just the most convenient right now, and they really help out truckers and stuff. Like, they'll give you all the information you need. But that's 9 times out of 10 what I do. I'll put it in my trip plan.
Okay. And now you're actually, are you kind of like, I believe you're like documenting this as you go along, aren't you?
Yeah. I was
You're video blogging, right?
Yeah, because I'm trying to show that it can be done. So, and sometimes it's hard for me to document it because I'll get off track on, you know, what I'm supposed to be missing. So I was like, oh man. So I'll put as many as I can on there, and then I'll also like do a blog on explaining how to do it and what you should be taking versus taking some of the bad supplements that are out there, man, that'll mess you up.
That'll mess you up. And now you're documenting that YouTube channel is what? Pound the Pavement?
Yeah, Pound the Pavement.
So pound the pavement, guys. He's kind of video blogging his workouts and where he's able to get his truck into and get his workouts in and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting for those of you who have always wondered about getting into a gym on the road and how that works. Boy, that's some Jake breaking right there. Y'all hear that Jake break going off? I bet your Will knows what that sound was. It's a good place to kind of watch a video blog on that. But that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, man. I wanted to touch base with you about that. Give you a shout out on here.
Hey, no problem, man. It's all love all day, man.
All right, man. You be safe out there. I'll talk to you soon. He's out. All right. Will knew exactly what that sound was. Will was like, hey, that's a jig break. I know what that is. Guys, I'll turn this mic back down a little bit. I'll turn the mic back down. That's good stuff. So that was Pound the Pavement. He is I met him through YouTube. So we met when I was doing a live from the Oasis. And he was at Applebee's. I ended up meeting him at Applebee's for some adult beverage one night. So that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. I've actually met quite a few of you at some point or another on here. Al, it really depends. So mine was considered a non-preventable act of God, and the accident report from the Illinois State Police actually says act of God. Word for word, just what you wrote, act of God. So, I mean, it just depends on the situation. Now, if it's super windy and they got big signs up that say, lightweight vehicles not recommended, lightweight vehicle banned, and you're out there riding and get blown over, that's going to be on you. Well, Bones, I mean, the wind came from somewhere. I couldn't tell you. I didn't write the report, the police did. So you can ask me that question all you want, but I'm not the one who decided that. The state troopers did. How you doing, Josh? Yeah, the state troopers did. They decided that, not me. So it's been an interesting night. So we've had Chad Rich. We had Dad's Adventure. We had Christy. We had Debbie. We had Pound the Pavement. So we're getting some calls in. Instead of more cowbell with Christopher Walken. The Jake break. Yeah, the Jake break was loud, man, wasn't it? The Jake break was kicking it. All right, guys, we got time for another call. My show has just started, but that's okay. I can, let me double check and make sure this thing's recording. It is 9, right? I'm going to double check this. How you doing, Curtis? How are you? I'm going to mute this TV. For some reason, I am not recording at this exact moment. We're going to find out why. I am not missing the season premiere of Walking Dead on the... Okay, so it's supposed to be recording. But, let me find out what's going on. Continue recording. Oh, it's recording. Okay, so it is recording. So I'm just going to turn that off for now. And I can watch that later. So Christy's out. All right, Christy. Like I said, Christy, I will run into you probably tomorrow or the next day. At some point around the terminal in Pittston, I'm sure we run into each other. What's going on, Ridge Runner? It's going well, man. So, guys, I had this here so I got out of the shower, I had it all wet, and I combed it all over to one side, and it looked pretty goofy, man. You think this looks wild? I should soak this up and just comb it all to one side and show you guys. It reminds me of no, I don't even know. Yeah, it's pretty wild looking. It's pretty wild. I'm going to do it one night. DOT physical issues, huh? Oof. What story, Bobby? What story does Bobby not know? Oh, behind there? There's not one. Bobby, there's not one. I just wanted to do something different and crazy. Hey, Danny. Is Danny still in here? Coming to the back. No, I had it over to the one side. Being old is an issue. Yeah, Curtis, it can be. It can be. I need to get this in the fridge. I need to get that in the fridge. Ooh. I want my mouse. Hopefully I'm not disconnecting or doing some shit that I shouldn't be doing with the mouse. There we go. Yeah, it's some cheesecake. Do a reverse version. Nice. Hey, Backwoods. Yeah, everything is well. Everything is going well. We were going to test in the morning, but my student asked me today if it would be a big issue if we held off till Tuesday. He wanted another day of just training and practicing. So I told him, yeah, we can do that. So we will add another day. So tomorrow we will get back on the pad and do it. Yeah, I like the advisory going across the bridge sometimes. Curtis, Frosty comes on Wednesday. So Frosty will be in Springfield on Wednesday. That's when he's coming. So Frosty will be here on Wednesday. We'll leave out of Milwaukee tomorrow. On Monday. That's good. That is good. All right, guys, I'm going to turn this phone off, I think, and we're going to wrap this up. I'm just going to double check one thing really quick. I don't see any requests. I'll make sure I don't have any. I don't want to leave anybody hanging in the wind, to be honest with you. I do not, so. No, Sean. PSD is the school part. It's the first 2 weeks. So it's sort of like being in school, and students don't make anything. What they do is they give students a $200 loan per week during PSD, and they get it back during TNT at $25 per week. You start getting paid once you pass your CDL exam and you become an employee. That's when you start getting paid. Frosty kissed a Harley goodbye. Yeah, that's interesting. Kissed a Harley goodbye. And now during the TNT phase, you get yes, correct. TNT, you get $700 a week before taxes. Now remember, they're going to hold taxes out just like a regular job. So you're looking at $500 something a week for the first 40,000 miles. After that, it goes up to $800. Yeah, Al, I do. Yeah, Al, I have DirecTV in the truck. What if you start there after CD? Texas Pete, then you go directly into TNT. You have to do 60,000 miles, and then you get the $700 a week for the first 40,000, then $800 a week after that. That's not enough money for risking your life, to be honest. Risking your life. I mean, you're out driving. I mean, you're out working. I mean, I don't know how bad you think it is. I mean, you get on the highway and drive to a regular job, drive to the grocery store, drive to the bank. You're risking your life every day. Yeah, Sean, if you come to Prime with your CDL, it's 60,000 TNT miles. Because I've been hearing they make you test out like PSD with instructors for new CLOs before TNT. Sort of, kind of, Danny. It's not really testing out. It's just it's a skills assessment test. So it's not like the state isn't involved or anything. It's just like a prime assessment, skills assessment. That's all it is. That's for people who already had their CDL when they get here. Yeah, they still have to do that, yeah. I mean, yeah, they still have to do that. Well, they want to make sure they didn't buy their CDL. Jeepers wants to send Will a phone number. Hey, Will. Attention, Will at Melton Truck Lines. Will you please pick up the white courtesy phone? Jeeper Creepers is trying to get a hold of you. What's going on, Rika? Do you have to take home time in the TNT phase? No, you don't have to. But if your trainer goes home, you're going to be sitting in a hotel. Just remember that. I mean, your trainer can take home time, and he has to put you in a hotel. Now, what I would recommend is if you get one of those trainers that's going to take like 2 or 3 weeks off, get with your fleet manager and make sure you get another trainer. That's the easiest thing to do. Because the last thing you want to do is be sitting in a hotel for 2 or 3 weeks down the block from your trainer's house while he's sitting at home, barbecuing, whatever else he's doing. Look for a flipped over mountain truck on Vail Pass. There you go. There, yeah, good deal, X. Yeah, he's same company, man. He's gonna send you a message. Bones, that happens a lot. That happens a lot. Well, yeah, yeah, Backwoods, you would. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. It can happen, but I mean, you just have to be smart about what you do, right? Look, you're not. For starters, you're not going to get in my truck and drive like an idiot anyhow. So, I mean, you can put it as, they're risking their life, but I'm not going to let them drive like an idiot. If I ever have a student get in my truck and drive like an idiot, I'm going to pull over on the shoulder, and I'm going to take over the truck, and I'm going to take them back to Springfield. I'm not going to let anybody drive unsafe, so therefore there's not going to be a risk of life in my truck, or no more of an extra risk of life, is my point. Well, I guess that's one way to look at it, Backwoods, for you. Yeah, the $550 after taxes. I mean, really, they're getting $700, but Uncle Sam's getting the other $150. No different than taxes working a regular job. They're going to take out of your check. Well, I mean, yeah. Dude, but you're making it sound like everybody gets in this truck. You're making it sound like every day everybody gets in their truck and they're scared to death and they're going to die. They're risking their life, and that's just not how it is. Get in your truck and drive properly, all right? Drive defensively. Know what's going on around you. Drive properly. It's not that hard to do. It is really not. You're way overblowing it. You're like, I mean, look, some people get in a truck and they are that scared. If you're one of those, I'm sorry. It's great you're not in the industry. If you're not, that's fine. Because that has happened. Some people are that scared of a vehicle this size. Every company driver should pay at least $1,000 a week. I believe our average at Prime is $1,200 a week. I believe that's a company-wide average. Everybody combined for company drivers is like $1,200 a week. Yeah, that's when you're in training. Well, Backwoods, you're not a truck driver. You're a student. All right. I don't know where. Okay, so if you're from the Midwest, anywhere from the Northeast, go do an apprenticeship if we're like electrical or something. All right, you're gonna make $600, $700, $800 a week. That's what you're gonna make as an apprentice, learning the job, on the job training, until you're qualified to do it on your own and make more money. Pug, I'm gonna try to do them on Sunday evenings. I'm gonna continue to try to do them on Sunday nights. Right, so for us, you used to climb radio towers doing it. Think about people who work in these sawmills. No, you're not frustrating me. I'm trying to understand. Well, then they don't have to come into the industry. They can go to a different industry. If they can find another industry that will do on-the-job training and pay them $700 a week while they're doing the training part, more power to them. There's not many places you're going to go getting into a brand new industry that you have no idea what's going on, and they're going to pay you for your on-the-job training. Well, I mean, you can say that for any job. It's a risk every day for police officers, and they make less than that, right? Police officers go out. The average police officer makes like $650 a week, all right, nationwide. And I mean, ambulance drivers, firefighters. So I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, I get what you're saying, but unfortunately, if you actually dug into the economy here in the United States, you're going to find that's actually on the high end for on-the-job training. You're going to find it's actually very much on the high end. X is like $550 a week. And see, that's another thing you need to understand too, Backwoods. What most truck drivers, okay, I don't know the numbers. All right, so let me make sure I verify so I don't get a bunch of freaking hate. Well, I'm going to get hate mail anyhow. I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm going to say a large percentage is, I'm guessing, of truck drivers are from rural America, flyover America, where the job opportunities are slim to zero. What used to be out there in these big plants, you know, in the paper mills or the rubber plants or wherever, are disappearing quickly. All right, all that stuff's moving to Mexico or China or overseas. So all those jobs are drying up, they're disappearing. And so the trucking industry is very attractive to flyover America, right? If you live in Iowa, Wyoming, you know, Wisconsin, Minnesota, the Dakotas, all right, Ohio, Pennsylvania, you know, the Rust Belt, right? If you're not into the steel industry, the mining, there isn't the kind of work. Now, if you're somebody who lives in New Jersey, you can find work possibly. You can go out and you can find good work. But most people who get into trucking or are attracted by trucking, right, it's because of opportunities don't exist by them that pay decent. And I think that's something that people don't understand. All right, I get a lot of hate mail all the time from people. And they're like, oh, you're freaking nuts. I can go work right down the street for $17 an hour. Okay, you can, and that's good for you. Go do it. Okay? But Joe over here, all right, grew up in rural America, and the best job that is in his town is $12 an hour delivering for Home Depot. Okay? And that's it. That's the highest paying job in his town, $12 an hour. So to him, trucking looks way more appealing than to this guy over here who lives in Philadelphia and can get a union job at $25 an hour. This is reality of America. And people who haven't grew up in rural America, they don't get it. All right? They don't get it at all. They don't understand it. And it makes me laugh when I read some of the comments and the hate mail I get personally. It drives me crazy. Because I'm like, okay, that's fine for you. That works for you in your situation where you live. But I'm telling you, you go south of Macon, Georgia, between Macon, Georgia and the Florida line, there's not a damn thing. There's some chicken plants from Sanderson Farms and Tyson. That's it. There's no other jobs available, okay? And the cost of living is nothing because of it. So people down there, trucking is so attractive to them at $1,000, even if it's just $1,000 a week, once they have their own truck, because their only other option is $400 a week. And now they can go somewhere, still pay the low cost of living because of where they live, but yet be a middle class earner. All right? And so in their community, they can live much better than their peers and their other family members because of it. And that's what people need to understand. There's a lot more to this industry than, you know, they're screwing you, this person's screwing you, this company's screwing you. This industry thrives because it offers opportunities to people who otherwise would not have them. Okay? So just keep that in mind. But Backwoods, listen to me though. It's $700 a week. If that guy lives in Tifton, Georgia, and he's making $7.25 an hour at McDonald's, and this is his only other option at $700 a week, do you not think he's improving his life? Do you not think it's worth the risk to him as an individual? It may not be it to you, but do you not think that risk of being on the highway every day is not worth it to him to better his life and put his family in a better situation? Because I'm telling you it is. I'm telling you it is. Every person is individual. Every experience is individual. All right? Everything is different for everybody. All right? What I experience here at Prime on a regular basis is different from what Danny and Mike experience every day, or from what Frosty's going to experience in the future. Okay? It's different because we are all different individuals, and we're all different parts of the country every single day. So just keep that in mind, guys. I mean, depending on, so if you meet somebody, here's how I've always done it. I want to know someone's story, all right? If I meet somebody from Swift, I don't just assume they're a shitty driver, okay? If I want to dig into it, I want to know their story, right? So if I ever have Swift drivers approach me, I ask them their story. Hey, where do you live? How long you been at Swift? And then I say, why Swift? All right? And you'd be surprised the answers, because sometimes the answer is, I was stupid and I got 3 speeding tickets in my car at home before I got into trucking. Swift's the only people that would take me. All right? Doesn't make him a bad driver. It just means he got stuck at Swift because his license was crap because of his speeding tickets, and Swift's the only one that would take a chance on him, and he needed the industry now. He needed that job change now. And so you just have to be fair. Where are the jobs that pay instantly? Have very few hours in life. Right, Frosty? Yeah. Right. I mean, it's well, backwards you say that, but you need to go back and look at how many trucking companies closed down this year and went bankrupt. You might just be surprised. This has been a bad year. This has been an extremely bad year. So Scott had to pay out of pocket for his CDL. But I mean, that is what's so attractive, right? And that's another thing, backwoods. You got to understand, they're not paying to get their CDL at Prime. They're paying $0, or they're take that back. They're paying $100. They're not paying anything else. That's it. And as long as they work here a year, it's completely forgiven. So you can say they're only getting $550 a week, but really they're getting a lot more because they're not paying for the school. They're not paying for that. They're not out of pocket for that. They're not out of the pocket for that. So just keep that in mind too. See, there you go, Chris. Chris is telling you, hey, chief of police having to collect food stamps. You know, it sucks. Yeah, go to electrician school for $100. I don't know, lickety split. Maybe you can. Maybe you can in certain parts of the country. Maybe they have I don't know, like when that plant just closed down in Lordstown, Ohio. They did some job retraining stuff, and they didn't have to pay anything to go to stuff like that. $9 an hour, Tobacco Road, North Carolina. See, I mean, everybody's experience is different. That's that's what it boils down to. Sean, there's actually a couple, but one of them may be going away. So Millis, I'll actually say it, Millis was a lot like Prime's training program, except they paid $600 or $650 a week during training. But they recently got bought by Heartland. So I don't know if Heartland is going to continue to do that or not. See, Moultrie, Georgia. Ridge Runner knows what I'm talking about. So Ridge Runner, I owned property in Sycamore, Georgia. Me and my wife and her family, we had property in Sycamore, Georgia 2 years ago. And I saw the opportunities down there, and there's like nothing. Nothing, guys, nothing. What's going on, Ron Jeremy? Yeah, Millis was a good company, and then they got bought by Heartland, so I don't know what's going to happen now with them. I have no idea. I'm not really sure. Well, guys, next year the whole training structure ends, thanks to DOT. So we will see massive changes all over the country with trucking companies and their training schools, or however you want to put it, training programs. Hey, what's going on, Truck With Me? Yeah, Alaskan fisherman, that's a great job. Seriously, it is. That is a really good job. It's a very dangerous job too, but yeah, it's a good job. Yeah, Scott, you definitely would. Top pays $13 an hour for factories in Illinois. Yeah, correct. And here's another thing that's going on right now, guys. You're going to see this all over the country. All of your meat producers, chicken, beef, pork, they're all using temp services now. Why are they using temp services? Because ICE is cracking down so hard, they don't want to be responsible for verifying their employees' identification. They want to use a temp service to do it. That way the temp service, if they get busted, they just go out of business for whatever. And you're going to start seeing that a lot too. But what sucks is, right, where Tyson is willing to pay these guys $18, $19, and gals, $18, $19, $20 an hour, temp service is paying them $11 and pocketing the rest, right? So you're going to see that a lot now too. To where you know, Tyson and Cargill and JBS and National and all that, they're paying $20 an hour per an employee this temp service. So they're actually paying a decent wage, but the temp service is pocketing half of it. You know? Smithfield, yeah, Smithfield's another one. You just got it's just a mess. That's what it is. It's just a mess. And it's, you know, look, trucking is what it is. Love it, hate it, you know, or whether or not you're indifferent about it. It is a great opportunity for flyover America, small town America. It truly is. It truly is. No, I put it in the fridge. I'm not eating cheesecake on air tonight. I will not eat cheesecake on air tonight. That's not happening. That's not happening. So, Backwoods, seriously, that was a really, I like having some conversation like that, so thank you for that tonight. That was really good. It's been a while since I had a good one like that. Killing you, Smalls. Yeah, Truck With Me. So Truck With Me, I met him here in Pittston 2 weeks ago. He's a driver here at Prime. He came from, I don't remember. So Truck With Me came to work here from Swift, maybe? I don't remember. Correct. Dude, I have, so I, never mind, I'm going to scratch that. I'm not going to really get into that, but Werner, yeah, Werner. Truck With Me came from Werner. So Truck With Me used to drive for Werner, and then he came to Prime. Guys, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that camera was all crooked like that. Look at that, I could have fixed it. That's all right. Bones, don't get me started, because you know I've already had a big cow about that before. Bones is getting me fired up tonight. He must have been here the last time I had that conversation. How you doing, Vida? Y'all want me to get fired up on Congress? I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I don't care. They need to change the benefits for Congress when they leave office. Period. I've always felt that way, but they're never going to do it because those rat people continue to pass laws to benefit themselves no matter what side of the aisle they're on, they can always agree on one thing. Hey, we need more money. We need more health insurance. We need more retirement. Screw the small people who vote for us that we're supposed to be looking out for. We're only going to look out for ourselves. That's reality. That's reality. There is no reason why anybody should go into office for 2 years and get out and receive $177,000, I believe it is, for the rest of their life. $177,000 a year for the rest of their life, plus health insurance, because they served 2 years in Congress. Bullshit. It's the way I feel about it. It's bullshit. It is absolutely ridiculous. I don't care if they're a Democrat. I don't care if they're a Republican. I don't care if they're an independent. That shit's got to end. It's got to end. No doubt about it. That's not true? Go look it up. That's very true, caveman. They absolutely receive that pay for the rest of their life and their health insurance benefits. Yes, they do. Yes, they do get that. They absolutely get that. And it's a load of crap. Look, there's one thing I won't do on this channel. I will not speak about something I really don't know about. I'll be honest with you all about it. I know they get paid and they get their health insurance for the rest of their life. Okay, Will, what's your question? Will's got a question. What is Will's question? Anybody know it? Bones, I've had this rant before in the past. So Al says, what's happening to CDL training next year? Al, DOT is stepping in, and they're going to dictate that trainers have to have so much experience and some other stuff. And you're going to have to register with them, and you're going to have to be an approved trainer through them, which I'm sure is going to involve classroom video work, something in order to get that certification. So I'm sure we'll know more about it coming up in the future because it is supposed to start next spring. It's about Colorado mountains. What about them? What about Colorado mountains? They're big. It snows like all year. Y'all got me sweating in here, man. Oh, shoot. Hold on a minute. I got to turn my truck off. Hope my batteries are still alive. I've got the key turned on. Ugh. I totally had the key turned on and didn't realize it. We can get some fan on. Going from teams to single trainer. Does your team time count as time towards the for Yes, it does. What do you think about Hirschbach? What is DOT changing? Will, I think I just addressed that. And 250,000 miles OTR. Wow, that's oof. What? Frosty, for like to get your license? Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh, Big, we've already wrapped that part up pretty much. So next week, next Sunday you can get in on the call-in show if you're around. Oh, I thought Frosty was serious. I thought Frosty had some information that we did not, and I was not going to like what he was getting at, because that would have been pretty bad. So he said they don't get retirement after one term. Is there a term on it? Let me see now. So he's Googling it. Let's see what we get here. Congress, retirement, package. check out pay. Let me take a look, because the one I immediately. Under both CSRS and FERS, members of Congress are eligible for a pension at the age of 62 if they have completed at least 5 years of service. By law, the starting amount of a member's retirement annuity may not exceed 80% of his salary. So, he is right on the fact of, let's give him the props here. So they have to have completed at least 5 years of service. So what does that turn out to, right? How long's Congress is what? They're not, is it 2 years? This is making me feel a little better about something, at least. But it is 80%. It is 80% of $174,000 is what it is. Well, no, it cannot exceed 80% of $174,000. So it comes out to $139,200 a year, starting at the age of 62. I'm trying to read. There's a lot of different articles on this, though, and I'm trying to understand. I'm going to read into this. We will talk more about this in the future, because now you guys have me started. So let me read into this week, because I may have jumped the gun a little bit here, but we'll see. Either way, I'm aggravated they get so much money, even after they don't serve, if they don't serve very long. Like, okay, so if I go work for trucking for 5 years and I retire, I can't even keep my damn health insurance, right? So why do they get to keep theirs? So at least I would drive with her as a company driver. How does that work? John, it's pretty simple. So once you get here and you get training or whatever you're going to do, you stay as a company driver, she stays as a lease operator. You walk in the office, you say, okay, she walks in and says, okay, I'm going to pay him X amount per mile. You can grab the health insurance to cover both of you, and y'all just roll out. It's pretty simple. That's one thing that is actually very simple, especially for married couples. Yeah, so, yeah, Danny's in the same situation. Yeah, it's still bullshit. But Caveman, I am going to look into it, because now you got me really curious about that. So I'm going to look into it this week. Maybe next Sunday we can talk about that. You talk about a hot call-in show. We talk about some politics on here, but we will not talk about Republican, Democrat, Independent, or views on different things, whatever it may be. I don't even want to say the naughty words to get everybody fired up tonight. But we can talk about how Washington is screwing the little man. We can do that for sure. So mark that on your calendar, guys, for next Sunday evening, because that's going to happen. And old Frosty's probably going to see it like in person. Oh, when did McRib come back? The first of them? Oh, must have been the first. Yeah, Aldo, I think they're going to continue to accept students, except now it's not really Millis. It's owned by Heartland Express. Backwoods, I guess that really depends on where you work and whether or not you have unions available in that area and stuff like that. It just depends. Just depends. Softball, honestly, yeah, I kind of am. So this Pete has spoiled me, like majorly. Hey, Will, don't remind me. I've been on here for an hour and 34 minutes and I have not smoked. I've been here 2 years. I've been at Prime for 2 years and 8 months. I spent 11 years at FFE KLM because KLM bought them while I was at FFE. I didn't change jobs. They just merged in 2013. I spent 11 years there. I've been here for 2 years, 8 months. Nice. Correct, John. You got it. You are correct, John. That's it right there. John, you're understanding perfectly. Well, yes, Prime has a lease purchase program. I would tell you it requires a high down payment because Prime wants you to have some skin in the game. Their lease purchase program is pretty successful because of that. Why? Because people don't walk away after dropping $11,000 to $14,000 in the pot out of their pocket, right? They stick it out usually until it's over. That's one reason their lease purchase has such a high success rate. Because they do require a big down payment for lease purchase. They do. Yeah, man, no problem. I'll be honest with y'all, I'm happier doing just lease. That's just me. I like having the fact, and I've said this before, I like having the ability to take the keys out of the ignition tomorrow, throw them to somebody in the office and go, hey, I'm out, have a good day. I'm not on the hook for nothing. I don't owe nobody. I'm good to go. Everybody's different though. Some people want to own that truck. They want to have that power. They want to have that ability. And that's great. It's not for me. I'm happy doing just what I'm doing. And I try to explain that to people who come to me all the time and going, hey, Prime's screwing you hard. No, they're not. I know exactly what I'm getting into. I know exactly what I'm paying. I've been in this industry a very long time. I'm an educated person. All right? Trust me, I know numbers. And I'm doing just fine. I'm not getting screwed for my situation. My situation is just fine. All right. Yeah, correct. And yeah, your wife can train you as well. Fishing in Alaska? Oh, so you have been. So you're oh shit. I thought you were just giving an example of a job earlier that paid well. I just spit all over. That's okay. I'm in here alone. Holy crap. Yeah, that's a hell of a job. It's a very dangerous job. Fishing is, believe it or not, guys, fishing is actually, commercial fishermen is, I think it's one of the most dangerous jobs. JB, not at this time. I don't plan on owning one. When I worked at KLM, I thought I might pay a truck off because they do have lease purchase, and I was involved in that. They don't have just lease. But after I drove it for like 3 years and I had 500,000 miles on it, and it was a piece of shit, and I was spending more in repairs than the truck was, worth at that point, I was like, ownership, probably not for me. I'm more of a, I want a brand new truck every 3 years kind of guy. That's just me. Because this is where I live, this is where I make my money. And so if I can just lease a truck, get a brand new one every 3 years and get a buyout at the end, and yes, Prime does pay a buyout at the end. Danny and Mike can testify to it because Mike has finished many leases of other people and cashed in on it. You do get paid at the end of the lease. So Ditch, I pay for pretty much everything that's not underneath warranty. All right, you got to remember though, we turn our trucks every 3 years. This truck is pretty much warranted it is warranted the entire time of my lease. All right. I'm not paying for any major repairs. I'm not paying for engine or drivetrain or nothing like that unless it's my fault. If I run it out of oil and I blow an engine, guess what? I'm paying for it. But if the engine blows and it's just because it was a bad engine, it's under warranty, they're paying for it. Pay for fuel, pay for oil changes, pay for tires. I think that's the kind of stuff you're asking about. Air filters, stuff like that. I pay for oil changes on my EPU. See, there you go. So, I mean, a lot of people don't understand or believe that Prime actually gives you money at the end of the lease. They give you a buyback. They buy it back from you. They give you cash. They do. Yeah, they've been good to me. Now, look, I'll tell you, there's people here that have had horror stories. Everybody's experience is different. John, it just depends. I mean, I love my Pete because I love the space in it, but I ordered this Pete. I got the built-in factory refrigerator. I got the decals. I had them decaled out the way I wanted. I ordered it and was able to do all that. Correct. Every experience is different. Every experience is different everywhere you go. We have horror stories. You ain't got to go far. Go online. You'll find them. Every company in America has got horror stories online. Whether you work for McDonald's, a trucking company, or whether or not you work in Washington for Congress, right? There's horror stories of terrible, terrible experiences at every single place in America. Correct, Michael. They give it back to you. They take it from you. It ain't really your money no more. That's the truck's money. Because if you quit, you don't get it. So therefore, it's not your money. I understand what you're saying. You're paying into it, but it's not your money. It's kept with the truck. So if you quit your lease early, you don't get that money. But when you finish your lease, they give you all that back based on the condition of the truck. Correct. But that's anywhere you go. I mean, any company you go to, you're going to have different funds you have to pay into. That's just reality of it. I learned that the hard way. Correct, Michael. Yeah, you are correct. I shouldn't have worded it like that. I shouldn't have said they're buying it back from you. I shouldn't have said that. Correct. They will give you the money in the tire fund, in the mileage fund. They will give that money back to you at a percentage based on the condition of the truck. So every week I pay a tire fund and I pay an over mileage fund. And at the end of the lease, if I still have the truck, I can get a percentage of that money back based on the condition of the vehicle. And I say a percentage because anything that needs to be repaired, they're going to take out of that money before they give it to you. Yes, Joe. Jason came back today. We worked on the pad for about 3.5 hours. And then he decided he wanted to go to the hotel for tonight. So he's over at the hotel. He's over at the hotel and not the Quality Inn. Yeah, Bones, I guess, I mean, that depends on how you look at it, buddy. It's $156,000, right? 150, it's probably going to be close to $158,000. Something like that. I don't think you could buy 2 trucks with that. I guess you could buy 2 used trucks. But I don't think you're buying 2 brand new trucks for that. That's part of the risk and reward, right? They're taking the risk because they own the truck. So if I want to take that risk, I can go buy a truck and pay less of a payment. Okay? I understand that. I understand that Prime is making a profit off of this, right? Why else would they do it? See, I had someone tell me the other day, well, you don't understand. No, I understand exactly how it works, okay? I understand exactly how it works. Yes, Prime is making a profit off of me. All right? Prime is making a profit off of this truck when I drive it every week. Prime is making a profit off of the truck payment I pay. Prime is making a profit off of me, okay? Doesn't mean Prime is screwing me or lying to me, because I know they're doing this, okay? I understand they're doing this. All right? If you get into a lease and you don't understand what's going on, that's on you, not on the company that's taking advantage of you, if that's the way you feel. Okay? I understand it all. I'm not being taken advantage of. I know up front exactly what I'm paying. I know Prime probably paid $110,000 for this truck, and I'm going to give them $156,000 or $158,000 when this is over. I understand that. So they've already made $48,000, and then they're going to turn around and sell this truck for $60,000. So they're going to make $108,000 off of this truck because I had it and drove it. I get it. I get it. Guess what? And in 3 years, I'm going to make about $380,000 myself. All right? That's after I pay everything, not before, in 3 years. Last year, I made like $117,000 or $113,000. All right? I'm going to get my money. All right, as long as I'm getting what I personally consider to be my fair share, I don't give a shit who makes money. All right, that's it. I don't care. I don't care who makes money. You can have 10 people making money off of me. I don't care, as long as I feel like I'm getting my fair share. That's what it boils down to. Yes, all companies make money off their employees. That's why they're in business. So it's funny when I hear people say, oh, Crazybags is a freaking idiot. He doesn't realize Prime's screwing him. Prime's not screwing me because I understand the numbers. I've looked at the numbers. All right, I understand what's going on. I'm making more money here than I've made anywhere else. Okay? You're going to say, oh, yeah, well, you're paying $1,000 for a truck payment. What does it matter if I pay for a truck payment? Okay, I can go over there and work and pay a $500 truck payment and make $1,100 a week. Yeah, that's a better truck payment. That's a better deal for me, right? That's a better deal. A $500 truck payment making $1,100 a week take home is a better deal for me. Because over here I'm paying $1,000, okay? I pay $1,030 just to be exact. I pay $1,030 for this truck. Over here I'm paying $1,030, but I'm making $1,700 a week after everything. Over there I'm making $1,100 after everything. So I'm making $600 more a week in my pocket. That's the only thing that matters to me. I don't care that the truck payment is $500 more than it is over there. Well, guess what? Over there I'm running 3,000 miles and I'm making $3,800. Over here I'm running 2,200 miles and I'm making $4,400 before deductions. So people's mindset as that they feel like they're getting screwed is so off cue of what's going on in reality. All right? What it boils down to is, what do I put in my pocket every week? And I could give a crap what anybody else makes off me. Prime can make $1 million off me. As long as I get what I consider to be a fair share, I'm happy. I don't care who makes money off me. I could care less. And when people start realizing that you don't need to worry, don't spend your days worrying about what someone else is making off of you. You worry about what you're making off of them. Because if you're making enough money for what you're doing compared to the rest of the industry that you're in, you're doing fine. Who gives a shit what anybody else thinks? And that's one thing I'll tell you about successful Prime drivers. We could care less what you think about our employer. Okay? We know what we're doing every week. We know what we're putting in our pocket. We know how our family is living and no longer scraping by. So we could care less what you feel about Prime. There's another rant for the day. You get to walk away. Correct. You, like softball said, if the trucking market falls apart, I throw them the keys and I walk away and I say, I'm done. And guess what? I go find another job tomorrow and I'm still feeding my family and paying my mortgage. All right? And I don't have a truck being repoed on my credit report to hurt me in the future. That's what I like. Other people don't feel that way. You'll get over it, Bones. See, Vida's the same way. Vida's the same way. Could feel, could care less, right? Yeah, Bobby, this one, I'm sure this one will get some comments and some views. Well, a lot of this is happening at the back end of this live. We're an hour and 49 minutes in. A lot of people will never see this because they'll turn the video off 20 minutes into it. They won't get through Chad Rich's phone call at the beginning of it. But it's how I feel. It's how I honestly feel. And I feel that Prime has given me the best opportunity to use my skill set to provide the best I can for my family. Okay? That's the way I feel about it. And I could go work almost anywhere. That's reality. All right? So, I'll have 14 years experience I have a clean driving record. I have a clean DAC report. I could go work almost anywhere. No name, I personally, for me as an individual, I do not have health insurance, but I do pay for a private policy for my wife and son. Yes, Michael, I don't know about the word friends. I think what happened is very repairable over time. Because there was really no malice in what happened, and it's unfortunate that it was taken that way. And I understand. I get his point of view. Believe me and David have had this conversation. I understand his point of view. I have seen it through his eyes, and thought about it, and understand why he felt the way he did. And I think that's the first step in repairing in any kind of relationship, whether it be friendship, spousal relationship, marriage, whatever it may be, with your kids. You have to look through their point of eyes and actually understand and feel what they did. And so I made sure to do that, and I think that's the first step in repairing that friendship. So I do think that's going to happen in the future, hopefully, that'll be repaired. You know what? I don't, Sean. I really don't. And the reason is because I live it every week, man. Y'all see me. I'm out here in this truck. I work. I am on the road. All right? I am living this adventure. And you guys are living it with me. You subscribers, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, by the way. You subscribers live it with me. And so you guys see it every day. You guys see what I live. You guys see what I do. And it's like when someone tries to tell me what's best for me and my family, I know what's best for me and my family. My wife knows what's best for me and my family. We'll make that decision. I don't need you sticking your damn nose in my life, putting a bunch of hate mail or hate comments on there trying to tell me what's best for me and my family. All right? You do what's best for you. I'll do what's best for me. And I'll live my life happily that way. I do not try to tell anybody how to live their life. I simply tell you what my experience has been and what I do on a regular basis. All right? Prime is not for everybody. I've said that. Everybody's experience is different. I'm not going to try to sell you 100%. Oh, yeah, Prime is a perfect place for everybody. Because it's not. It's not. All right? It is not perfect for everybody. For some people, it is. The roller skate video. That was a fun roller skate video. Correct, Al. And guys, it's been a long time since I got it going like I did tonight. I have not seen hardly any comments for the last 15 minutes. I want to apologize for that. So, Backwoods, I do have a flatbed division. I do not know a lot about it. That's what I'm going to tell you. I don't know a lot about it. So I don't know how successful the drivers are there. I don't know how they feel about it, but they do have a flatbed division. But I've never been in it. Yeah, you got a twofer tonight, Frosty. You really did. Yeah, you got a twofer. All right, hour and 54 minutes, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm ready for a cigarette, so I'm just going to kill the live and watch my Walking Dead premiere that was on for the last 57 minutes that I missed. That's been recording on the DVR on my DirecTV in my truck, because yeah, I have that. So if you work at Prime, you've been here over 6 months, you can get Epic View in your truck. It is not cheap. Yes, you could do something cheaper if that's what you wanted to do. This is convenient for me. So that's why I pay for it. It's my money. I can spend it how I want. You ain't got to remind me that I'm stupid for paying $24 a week, because that mail's coming too. Y'all stay safe out there. Make good choices. Be smart. Do what's best for you and your family. Don't let anybody else tell you any different, okay? I don't care who it is. You get with your spouse, or you do it for yourself, and you make sure you do what's best for you, whether that be a job change, a career change, a company change, whatever it may be in life. That will lead you down the road to success. In the meantime, keep the shiny side up, the rubber side down. Keep it out of the ditches, bitches. And I'll see you somewhere out there on the highway